How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some freaky videos no one can quite explain. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more eerie content just like this. The old Cowtown Museum in Wichita, Kansas is said by many to be haunted. Paranormal investigators call it a beacon for supernatural activity due to its long and storied history. The property itself is an open-air living museum with buildings dating back to the late 1800s. Actors and carefully maintained buildings recreate what a Midwestern cattle town might have been like. While the spirit and the history of the town is alive and well, there seems to be something else lingering in this old settlement that isn't easy to explain. Tourists and employees often report mysterious happenings, objects moving on their own, disembodied laughter, and vanishing shadowy figures are said to be a common occurrence. One of the most famous ghost sightings in the town revolves around the daughter of newspaper mogul Marshall Murdoch. His daughter, who was just 8, sadly passed away in 1883 after taking ill. She died in the family home, which is said to be now the most haunted house in the museum grounds. Recently, a group of tourists spotted a young girl in the upstairs window of the home. She was staring down at the group, but then vanished mysteriously. The tour guide said it was impossible because there were no little girls in the building at the time. When they searched the house, there was no one there. And while most of these whispers are hearsay and urban legend, a piece of security footage captured after hours in the museum's gift shop seems to give some credibility to these tales. The clip was uploaded by Bob Gilmer. Here you can see the shop long after everyone's left for the night. All seems quiet until this happens. Watching that again, some kind of shadow seems to alter the light briefly. Then, something on one of the shelves begins to move, seemingly all on its own. Then, once again, a shadow alters the room's lighting for a brief second, before the clip comes to an end. While it's hard to say that this is paranormal activity for sure, the fact that staff and patrons have been seeing odd things around the property for years certainly does make you wonder whether this old museum really is haunted by the spirits of its former residents. In July 2021, the TikTok account Elsa McIntosh posted a series of videos that freaked the platform out. It had viewers questioning whether they had just seen some real demonic activity. In the first clip, the OP enters a room in their friend's house that they claim has been sealed shut for over 6 years.
Okay, why did that take so long? Was it the wrong key?
Is there cameras in there?
Why would there be cameras?
Isn't it adorable?
Grandpa crazy. Oh, it's just a bedroom? Are you going in?
Fuck no, I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
I don't feel good.
The OP's friend explains that the house was built in the early 1800s, and ever since they were little, strange things have happened in the house. Eerie footsteps are often heard in the upper levels of the home, their mother passed away in one of the rooms, and their grandpa got so scared of the house that he built a small bedroom in the barn outside just to sleep in. The room that's been sealed shut is their grandpa's old bedroom that he refused to sleep in. Watch as they enter it for the first time in over 6 years.
Okay, why did that take so long? Was it the wrong key?
Is there cameras in there?
Why would there be cameras?
Isn't it adorable?
Grandpa crazy. That was just a bedroom?
At first, it seems like a fairly unremarkable room.
I don't feel good. No, I don't. I'm getting
This is why white people die in movies, bruh.
Nah. We have black up in this bitch.
Oh my god, I just got so lightheaded.
That?
Hang in there.
I just got
Corbin, don't be going through this stuff.
I just got so light.
They air a stick of burning sage, declaring, "You're not welcome here."
Yeah.
You are not welcome here.
Oh, my head's itching. I
If
think
there's
there's
any
lights
spirits
in here.
leave. You are not welcome.
Why is Santa Claus locked up?
That thing's creepy.
Why, Santa, why are you locked up? It could be an object in here.
Yeah.
Did your grandpa ever think about that? Like, it could be an object.
Soon after, this happens.
What are you doing in the closet, dude?
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
scratch marks in it? I don't know. Oh my god! No, you're kidding!
Stop.
No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Scratch marks up your back.
Scratch marks begin appearing on the back of one of the boys.
Burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
scratch marks in it? I don't know. Oh my god! No, you're kidding!
Stop.
No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Scratch marks up your back.
On closer inspection, they look like claw marks.
Oh my
Serious.
god.
You're kidding, right? You're
No.
You there.
kidding. Look.
Several days later, the group ran a live stream on TikTok to show their followers in real time what was happening. They used a spirit box to try and make contact.
If there's anybody with us, can you tell us your name?
We don't usually tell you their name. In a lot of reasons.
Oh, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that.
You scared the shit out of me! You scared me so bad! You scared me. Somebody had to sugarcoat that because I would be that you know when you got
A short while into the stream, the boy once again feels a burning sensation on his back.
But like this is protecting you.
I'll stop. My back's burning.
I'll pray for you. No, it's not.
Yes, it
Get out of
is.
the room. Get out of the room. Get out of the room.
No, check my back. Not cool.
Get out of the room. Grab your get out of the room. We're not doing that.
Yet more markings have appeared. Strangely, the account has only posted 3 clips since this incident, and they're just your typical lip-sync TikTok videos with no reference to this haunting at all. This radio silence has spurred many viewers to think that something bad may have happened inside the house that stopped the OP from posting. So what do you make of this eerie encounter? What could have caused those bizarre scratch marks? Drop your theories in the comment section down below.
Oh, my back's burning.
Is it really?
Bitch, my back's
Do you have
burning.
scratch marks in it? I don't know. Oh my god! No, you're kidding!
Stop.
No, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Scratch marks up your back.
Sticking with alleged haunted houses documented on TikTok, this next one comes from the account The Willow Project. For the better part of 2021, this account posted what many believe to be a poltergeist haunting. In this first clip, we can see some strange activity unfolding.
Fuck, I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Turning on the light. As soon as I walk in. Okay. Closing the door. Yo. Yo, I'm telling you, anytime I walk in, there's like literally nobody. Nobody. This has been going on for like a couple days now, dude. Look, watch. I'll turn on the light. Okay? Nobody. Behind the door, nobody. Okay? Going through this freaking door, which is really scary in here. Nobody. Guys, tell me what the f is going on.
At first, it's quite subtle, but watching that again, the lights in the bathroom are flickering on and off, and the door handle appears to be moving on its own.
Fuck, I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Turning on the light.
He searches the room, but there's no one there.
Nobody. This has been going on for like a couple days now, dude. Look, watch. I'll turn on the light. Okay? Nobody. Behind the door, nobody. Okay? Going through this freaking door, which is really scary in here. Nobody. Guys.
In a follow-up clip, he sets up a stationary camera in the bathroom in an attempt to capture some evidence of the bizarre activity. Take a look. As you can see, the cupboards open up and the tap mysteriously turns itself on. Spurred on by this evidence, he sets up yet more cameras around the house to try and explain what's going on. Watch this experiment he tries with a yellow ball.
Guys, this is what I've been doing for the past few days. Yo, that's so nuts, dude.
The ball comes rolling back.
Yo, that's so nuts, dude.
He takes the camera to show his followers that there's no one back there.
For the 100th time, there's nobody behind there, and I have 2 angles running. Look, I'll turn on the light. You see me? I'll close the door behind me. Okay. Check this out. There's nobody in here. Nobody in this room. I'm literally at the entrance. As you can see, I'm gonna turn on the light. Nobody's underneath there. As you can see, turning on the light.
Meanwhile, the second camera picks up some strange movement.
Closing, and remember, I do have 2 angles running, as you can see. Okay, this door is closed, and I'm right here. You see this? Nobody's here. Behind there, in this unit, as you can see, I'm at this corner of the room. I'm opening this door. Nobody's here. Nobody's walking. Nobody's crawling. Opening, see on this angle here. I will show here, as you can see. I will show here again. Nothing. Nobody's behind me, as you can see. Okay. Nobody's on this angle. You see this? I'm telling you. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. What the hell? I closed this door. What the f, man?
So is this evidence of a genuine haunting, or are we watching a clever hoax? We'll leave that up to you to decide. Here's a freaky little clip that's left thousands of users on TikTok completely dumbfounded. The account, Akuto and the Girl, regularly posts fun little cat videos. However, this one doesn't quite seem to fit the mold of reality. Take a look. Here it is again, slowed down. As you can see, the cat slips under the mat and seems to completely vanish. The owner has suggested the cat slipped into a portal of some kind. While cats certainly are mysterious creatures, could this one really have disappeared into another realm? Some commenters were certain it must be an editing trick or some kind of strange perspective, while others just wanted to know if the cat came back from the portal safely. Whatever way you look at it, this is certainly a mysterious little clip, one that only gets stranger the more times you watch it. Letchworth Village is an abandoned asylum on the outskirts of Rockland County, New York. It's infamous among the urban explorer community, as many believe it to be infested with a dark paranormal energy. Opened in 1911, Letchworth Village was a sprawling residential institution that housed physically and mentally ill patients from young to elderly. At its peak, it had over 130 buildings across thousands of acres of land. Even as far back as the 1920s, however, reports circulated that the residents were being neglected and abused. Patients were found unwashed and naked, left unattended and tormented. There was even abuse reported among co-workers. Before long, dormitories and makeshift sleeping quarters were left overcrowded and run down. Patients who died at the facility and weren't claimed by family were buried in a clearing behind a wooded area about a mile from the hospital. Steel, T-shaped markers with patient ID numbers were all that were left behind to remember those who died at Letchworth. After numerous reports of terrible living conditions and neglect came to light, the facility was eventually closed in 1996. With this awful history, it's little wonder that the property is notorious for being haunted. Left to the mercy of vandals and bad weather, the property is now derelict and overgrown. Knowing its history, YouTuber and urban explorer Chasing the Darkness Paranormal decides to visit the infamous Letchworth Village.
And I'm ready to do an investigation because I have my tablet as well, and I'm going to use my Phasma box. This location right here, I've been to this one a long time ago.
He opens the video by saying that the property's recently been further damaged by fire.
Anyway, so I've been to this location here before it got burned. So the story here was that there was a bunch of kids that was hanging out here and burned the place down. Luckily, I've been to this location before it burned down, but this right here, I came in with my boy, and to be honest with you, I don't know, something about this location here, that if I go to the back side, you still could go inside and investigate, right? But this place right here, the first time I came here, me and my boy came down here, we went to the basement, and we said, like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. We didn't do no investigation, we just came to explore, and we just heard like noises. We heard I swear I saw a shadow.
As he moves through the darkened rooms of the old facility, its condition becomes obvious.
Hello? See, this right here looks suspicious here. All right. Anybody here? Okay.
Before long, the YouTuber hears some strange noises nearby.
All right. Let me put the setting a little higher. In this room here. Hello, anybody here? I heard a voice here. Are you okay? Hello? Hello?
In order to try and connect with the rumoured paranormal energy inside the building, the YouTuber sets up a Phasma box, a device used by some investigators to communicate with spirits.
What's your name? The schedule? What do you mean by schedule? Okay, now you're talkative. Okay.
It doesn't take long for something truly terrifying to happen. Take a look.
Hello? What was that?
Watching that again, the device begins to recite a prayer. Then suddenly, what sounds like fast-running footsteps can be heard.
Hello? What was that?
Here's the incident captured from a second stationary camera. Understandably, this encounter becomes too much for the YouTuber, who decides to leave the property immediately.
Who was that running? Anyway, okay, guys, I'm gonna go.
So is Letchworth Village really haunted? Given the atrocities that have taken place on the property, the enormous burial ground, the haunting reports, and now this eerie footage, certainly does make you wonder whether the tormented spirits of the former patients are lingering on, perhaps trying to make contact, seeking help for their eternal suffering.
Hello? What was that?
If you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, we publish daily spooky videos over on our TikTok account. There's a link in the description box below. Check us out and hit that follow button. Next up, we have a bizarre little clip that has some Redditors wondering whether they're witnessing a glitch in the Matrix. The clip, uploaded by user I'm Missing a Chunk, shows a mind-bending experiment. Take a look. It looks as though the water has paused. This clip has had some viewers screaming witchcraft, scratching their heads to try and make sense of what they're seeing. While it certainly does look like the fabric of reality is malfunctioning, this is a phenomenon known as laminar flow. It usually happens at low velocity when a fluid moves in smooth layers perpendicular to the direction of flow. The result is a mind-numbing visual effect that makes it look like the water is frozen in time. So don't worry, you haven't lost your marbles just yet. This freaky sighting's been doing the internet rounds in the last couple of weeks. It was uploaded to TikTok by I Love Ghosties, but its original source is unknown. It's some footage captured on a phone at someone's house. Take a look.
People like this. They did the sink.
An eerie, transparent shape moves past the window, spooking the camera holder. The mysterious clip has since gone viral, with many people speculating as to what's been captured on camera. Some said it's a spirit or ghost, while others said it was perhaps an alien grey in camouflage. Unfortunately, there's almost no accompanying information and the clip is tiny, so it's hard to speculate further as to what this might be. So, until further info comes to hand, this scary video will have to remain a mystery. Here's another head scratcher that's left many Redditors confused yet delighted at the same time. The clip was uploaded by the user Blocks. Take a look. This delightful dancing piece of pepperoni appears to be caught in the breeze of a fan-forced oven, causing it to spin in a circle. Some Redditors joked it looks like the pizza is stuck loading at 99%. Well, that's enough of this black magic fuckery. Let's get back to the ghosties. In early 2020, TikToker Olivia Bishop, who goes by the username Olivia B Music, discovered an old camcorder in her house. On the camera, the OP found footage of her family hanging out in 1993. She uploaded the footage and asked whether they had captured a ghost on camera. Take a look and see if you agree. As you can see, the toy pumpkin in the bottom left corner of the screen appears to move unaided.
Go ahead and watch that pumpkin in the left-hand corner, and let me know what you think.
Again, the footage is from 1993 and is playing directly off the camcorder's viewfinder, which seems to rule out the possibility that the clip's been edited in any way. Some commenters suggested that because the toy is oddly shaped, it may have just toppled over of its own accord. However, some viewers aren't buying this explanation, noting that it clearly looks like it's pushed by some kind of unseen force. Eerily, the uploader casually states that she believes they've had a ghost in every house they've ever lived in. This casual statement prompted some viewers to speculate that it's not the house that's haunted, but the family itself that may have an attachment of some kind, possibly something demonic in nature. Another unsettling detail to note is that the child in the footage appears to glance over at something just after the toy moves. Some paranormal investigators believe that children are more sensitive to the supernatural than adults, and that they can see things we can't. So are we witnessing something paranormal here? What could have moved the toy? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Before we take a look at some eerie footage captured in a hospital, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and freaky videos. Our last clip was uploaded to TikTok by Lucy on the Rocks. Lucy's a healthcare worker who believes the emergency ward of the hospital she works in is haunted. Here's some security footage taken from the ward at 5 AM.
What the hell?
Watching that again, the curtain at the rear of the room begins moving. The strange activity even catches the eye of several workers behind the desk.
What the hell?
Lucy claims there's no air vents nearby and certainly nobody around that could have touched the curtain.
What the hell?
Several other healthcare workers commented on the footage, claiming that they too believe their hospital is haunted. One comment in particular said that a little girl often appears in their ward when someone is about to pass away. A lot of viewers agreed that it might be the spirit of someone that's passed away in the hospital. But as always, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think's been captured here? Share your theories with the community down below.
What the hell?
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then check out these two links here. They'll keep you entertained for hours and hours. Now, if you have your own scary photos or videos you want to submit, head to our slapped ham subreddit. There's a link in the description box below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.